There we go. Greetings, tubulators and tubicons. I've got a mail call, a triple mail call, and we're doing it in here in my room because it's 101 outside with the fear factor of 110 or something. So let's do this in here in the air conditioning. Okay, first up is, this is from Missouri, and more importantly, it's from the Missouri Old Timer. Thank you. Oh, there's a wasper in here. Just a minute. Dance, 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 dance on the wasper. There. Kill the wasper. Anyway, there's our Old Timer. Now, been watching him for a while. Of course, you all have to, or you need to. And one of the coolest things I seen him do was he had this barrel with these fingers in it, rubber fingers, and he jobbed an old hen down in there, and it went in there and went doing the chicken dance, and when he jerked it back out, it didn't have a sign of hair or feather or nothing on it. So that was really neat. Never seen one of them operate. I've seen a couple, but I didn't know what they did. So that kept me from wanting to ride one of them. I don't have enough feathers or hair yet. Oh, we got a visitor. Say hello, Sadie. Hello, Sadie. Okay, get up there, you knob. Okay, I'm having to drink this. Doctor's orders. Can't drink soda pops anymore, although I love soda pops. One reason I waited today to make this, because I've had these wonderful gifts and things for a day or two. I was waiting to get a report from my doctor so I could tell you all that I was alright. I'm alright. I can't have any carbohydrate, can't have bread or anything that tastes good forever. And I've got to exercise and do all sorts of other stuff. Otherwise, I'm a goner. I'm a goner, Sadie. No. Oh, you want a headbutt? Headbutt. Yeah. So that's the good and bad news. Don't have cancer, don't have all this flavor stuff, and but it is a fatty liver thing. Excuse me, fatty liver. This is my beautiful sticker. So don't wring your fingers. It's up to me now. I've got to exercise and do what's right, because getting a liver is not an option for me. I don't want a liver. I know all about transplants and things, and it's not a good trail to go down. And I'm going by size here. Harry Faber sent me this. I'm going to say it's not a train set, but he sends me the wonderfulest stuff you ever saw. Here's one thing that he sent me that I read whenever I'm down. The Cambridge School of History. Take a look at that. It's one of my most valued books besides my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Bibles. Britain in modern times. Of course, it goes back to the Stone Age first, and then it gets to the modern times, which is, when was this copyrighted? Probably in the 30s. I don't know. (1952) when it was copyrighted. I don't know when it was written. Let's get back to this new one. Woohoo! So you go get me some carbohydrates. Sent me a beautiful note. Oh, this is good. Two summers at the tests. 2 summers at the tests. And let's see what this is. Cricket. 1952 also. Wow. That's going to be good. I guess he remembered that I didn't understand cricket, and of course I've read and researched it. I know what the pitch is and the outfield and all this other stuff is, but I don't know where it come from or who started it or anything like that. Don't you get on that dead wasper, Larry. So, ooh, this is pretty. I'll tell you what, Harry Faber, if you see him in the dark, he'd probably have a halo. Oh, some beautiful pictures. I bet that's from the Rains prison. A bunch of my folks come from there. The ones that wasn't here already living in wigwams. By the way, it is wigwam here today. Did I tell you it was over 100? My truck said it was over 100. Which is amazing to me because it hardly ever talks to me. But that's what it said. Now here we go. I asked Matthew from Shut Your Face Garage. Shut your nose, shut your leg. I don't know. SYF Garage. I got their stickers out there in the garage. And I wanted an old used spray gun because I seen him do some magic with spray guns. And some else of y'all too. So I thought I could buy a used gun off of him, especially since I was having trouble with my guns, my little $8 Harbor Freight guns. And of course I know how to clean a gun. I take them apart and run the little things through them, and don't touch nothing with metal. You clean out everything if it's dopped up with a toothpick or something. And when you put them back together, they drip, or they spray instead of psss, they go. But I asked to see if he had an old used one, maybe an old primer gun, and he said he'd fix me one up. And I told him I could PayPal him or do whatever, or send some check in the mail and stuff. Well, he just hauled off and bought me a brand new one. Ain't that good? Ain't he sweet? Now this rascal, I'm not real sure, but when I worked for the state, I bought one of these through the state, and it was almost $300. So I dare say this is probably that kind of like that. Boy, it's heavy too. And it's got a lot of cool stuff to it. Ain't that pretty? That's just the cup. I mean, look how big that cup is. Yep. So, that just blows me away. So, I want to put some sincere thanks to the Missouri Old Timer. Thank you very much. And I appreciate you. I love you. And for Harry Faber, thank you so much. You're keeping me in these reading things so that when I do get them all read up, I can go over to England and I can blend in with y'all. No, not really. Sadie, if you mess with that tripod, I'm going to shave you backwards. Okay. It's just a cat. And thank you very much, Matthew. And probably your whole family had to kick in some money on this thing. That's the best thing I've ever had. So, and I'm looking forward to using it, but not at 105 degrees. So, that's my mail call, and I'm sticking to it. I'm probably sticking to this chair, but that's just the way it is. And so, there's good results here in Arkansas. All this good stuff from my lovely family, my YouTube family. And the doctor shook his finger and gave me a stern talking to. It scared my wife. I'm not smart enough to be scared, so everything's going to be all right. And that's all I know. Really, it's probably all I know. So I love y'all, and y'all take care of each other and pray for each other when they're down, even when they're up, and pray for folks. And I know it works, because y'all's prayers help me, and I appreciate that too. So without further ado, I'm going to try and get around here and hit the button. This is the old one, so I know where the button is.